This video we're going to continue on with the plumbing plan from the last video. Now that we've got the setup done with our line types detailed, we can go ahead and from the annotate tab, we can choose under the detail panel, choose detail line. Since our line types are now defined, we can go ahead and find them within the line styles that are developed. The first one I'm going to start off with is choosing my cold water line. And again, as you think about where that's going to be, we're going to take your sketched plumbing plan and you're going to be following that and just inputting it here into Revit. So this cold water line will come in from the water main into the water heater within the home. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel one time to stop drawing that line. Then I have to think about what fixtures are going to be served by the cold water line. So from here, I'm going to go ahead and think about running my cold water line. Typically, a lot of your plumbing plans are going to follow the walls. So I'm going to go ahead and run this one across. And I'm going to go to this first bathroom that I have up here on the north part of the building. So I kind of zoom in so that way it won't snap to that wall center line, because I do have to fit some other lines in here regarding different pipes. So I'm going to go through and have a cold water line that will run right there to the toilet. I'm going to continue off there. I'm going to right click, say cancel once, and then I can come back and click on this corner, bring that here to the shower. I'm going to go ahead and click there, cancel one time, because I do have another sink here. So actually I'm going to make this tee off. So again, I'm going to kind of go off center from the wall center. I'll have it come up. And this time I want to make sure that on the sink that it does connect to the right side as is being shown. So here for the first bathroom, there's kind of the cold water lines being run. For the demonstration purposes of this video, I'm only going to do a few partial sections because all these are just going to be repeated. So I'm going to go ahead and change over to a hot water line. You're going to find very similar to like what we did. We will have a hot water line, and I'm going to go ahead and run that line through the wall as well. And go ahead and look at preparing to connect to the fixtures that require hot water. So the toilet, we can go ahead and skip on this one and go over to the shower. Now you're going to notice that if I was to stand inside of this shower, I would be facing against the wall. So you're going to see that I put the hot water on the left side as if we were standing inside of the shower, cold water on the right side. Very similar like I did for the sink. For the before, I'm going to branch off of this one. I'm going to zoom in again just to break that trying to align to the wall center. And I'm going to go ahead and connect to, I'm going to go ahead and hit cancel a couple times. And here we go through and we have our plumbing plan set up for that first bathroom. So connection from the water heater. Our last one will be, our last line type will be a drain line. So that's the other portion that you have to look at. The other thing that I think we have to consider is where do all of our fixtures go through and drain out to in one position. So in this point, I'm actually going to start off from the toilet here. So I'm going to have a drain line come. And this one here I can kind of snap to that wall center since the other ones didn't. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow this wall. And actually what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to go ahead and run this kind of, and actually I'm going to go ahead and go downward. I'm going to run this over, and I'm going to go ahead and run this out through, which is going to be representative of connecting to our water, our sewer lateral, so for the drain water. And then from here, I can go through and look at any items, for example, the sink here, that needs a drain I can go ahead and connect off of the drain and connect to this main drain line. Same thing for example, with the toilet. I can go ahead and have it connect to this line here. You're going to notice that if you need to, we really don't want to have any diagonal lines, so I'm going to move this point up so we get a nice horizontal line there. And there's where we can go through. Looks like I do need to make a connection just by dragging those endpoints. And that's going to be how we can go through and do that. So here, if you need to, if I select a line, right click and say create similar, this will also go through and put me back into that mode where I can go through and start drawing those detailed lines. And I'm going to go ahead and make the bathtub connect. So here I've got those fixtures are going to drain to this line, and I'm going to have the entire house drain line drain out to a sewer lateral that should be to the south of the property. And from here, it's just a matter of going through and finishing up, making those connections, and finishing out my plumbing plan. So this video shows you how you're going to go through, document your plumbing plan, and from here it's pretty simple just to go through and finish up the plumbing plan by drawing in the lines, and then this will be represented on your final documentation when you submit the affordable home construction documents.